Back during the 2016 presidential election, Hillary Clinton said publicly that the wealthy were going to start paying their fair share of taxes. But as we would learn via the DNC leaks, that's not what she apparently said in her paid speeches. In fact, she heavily implied that she was open to lowering the corporate tax rate. According to a transcript, Hillary was asked, "The U.S. corporate tax rate is higher than most of our developed nation colleagues. And so I think without kind of a real sincere, just what if we looked at that one area as a means of improving our international ability to compete in the global economy? Is that something, have you thought about that at all?" To which Hillary replied, "Well, I think that there are a number of reforms that we should consider to make ourselves more competitive. That certainly could be on the table." So in public, when everyone is watching, Hillary said that the wealthy were going to start paying their fair share of taxes. But in private, during one of her paid speeches, she heavily implied that she was open to lowering the corporate tax rate. This is a prime example of why people don't trust politicians. And this is also a prime example of why we can't just take politicians at their word. Rather, we need to look at their voting record and how they fund their campaigns. Hillary was someone who funded her campaign via the wealthy and corporations. People who fund their campaigns via the wealthy and corporations represent the wealthy and corporations. Money in politics has completely corrupted our political system, and this is not some hyperbole. We learned this from a Princeton study that revealed that average American citizens have virtually no impact on public policy. That's what the horizontal line means here. Ideally, the line should have been moving in the same direction as the ideal, but unfortunately it doesn't. It doesn't matter what percentage of average Americans support a policy, it has virtually no impact on whether a policy actually gets passed. But from that same study, we learned that the desires of both economic elites and interest groups do have an impact on public policy. In both the case of economic elites and interest groups, their line moves in the same general direction as the ideal, upwards to the right. So, this study revealed that in America, the wealthy have the power in American politics, while average Americans have virtually no say. That's the effect of money in politics. Sadly, the vast majority of our politicians in Washington are funded by the wealthy and corporations, and thus represent the wealthy and the corporations. People who fund their campaigns via the people are the ones who actually represent the people. So it's actually not surprising that Hillary, who funded her campaign via the wealthy and corporations, was open to lowering the corporate tax rate. Our politicians have been representing the wealthy for a long time now, and look at the result. The middle and working class have seen a significant portion of their wealth in the past 4 decades go to the people in the country who don't need it, aka the wealthiest people in this country. So much so that as of 2016, the top 1% owns 4 times as much wealth as the bottom 80%, aka the middle and working class of this country. It's so messed up. There is no way the wealthy should own 90% of the country's wealth. But that's where we are right now in America today, at least as of 2016. And with the huge tax cuts Trump passed, unfortunately, the numbers figure to get much, much worse. Hey guys, if you want to help out this show, you can follow our various social media links. Also, we have a Facebook group that you can join as well. And if you want to follow me on social media, you could do that as well. Alright guys,